revolution alive, despite its many imperfections and challenges. The work you do and the challenges you face in your counties and wards confirm a fundamental truth that this country is still a work in progress. Devolution too is a work in progress. You have made good progress, but we still have more work to do. Share with you our vision for getting the work that remains done and why we want you to be part of this journey. The most important role of a leader in any society is to solve problems. They used to tell us in school that this is a problem, find a solution. The biggest problem our country faces today and in the foreseeable future is how to create and expand opportunities for all Kenyans and share those opportunities equitably and fairly. There is a deep feeling by a large section of Kenyans that they are stuck in and condemned in brought up her children selling fruits and vegetables by the roadside under scorching sun, wishes to see her children do business in a modern, ventilated market. The parents who worked hard got all the relevant academic papers but failed to get their dream jobs because they could not pay a bribe or they were from the wrong tribe, want to be sure that their children will inherit a country where merit and skills, not tribes and second names, are what count. Kenyans are therefore looking for leaders who can realistically address the growing inequality, the lack of opportunities, and lack of upward social mobility. We therefore have to constantly seek new ways to grow our economy while helping more of our people to participate in that growth. Reforms is therefore a must in our country. Some people are telling us that reforms have to wait until we have resources. Yet without these reforms, resources will continue to dwindle. I have said it, there is more work to be done. The BBI is about that extra work. For this economy to produce enough jobs for our growing youth population, we must diversify and spread as many job creation opportunities to as many parts of the country as we can. BBI seeks to ensure that opportunities for job creation are not confined to the cities and towns. That's why the BBI seeks to anchor in the Constitution a new economic model that focuses on value creation, promotes industrialization, and supports small and micro enterprises. BBI seeks to address the gaps in the 2010 Constitution by ensuring that the economic and social rights are enforceable and not just aspirations. It is focused on baking a bigger cake, protecting the same and ensuring equitable sharing, what we call tupike, tulinde, tugawe kwa haki. You have other issues that may not be directly economic in nature, but have serious impact on our economy, like elections, for instance. Elections must cease being civil wars. BBI seeks to usher in an electoral system where every vote is counted and every vote counts. This country comes to a standstill and loses billions, jobs and lives every election year due to violence. Already the drums of war are being sounded, and it is easy to tell how it will end. And yesterday I was telling them, we are still more than 1.5 years to the elections. Yet they are behaving as these elections are tomorrow. We have to decide whether we want elections or civil wars every 5 years. We want our country to be at the front line of Kenya's recovery and growth. And that cannot be the case if 2 years before the election watanufaika kulingana na makombo ambayo itatoka kwa meza pale wale wengine wanakulia. That is responsible for an equal development in our country. Who genuinely believes that if each person in the world received a wheelbarrow today, the people would get rich and they will be able to fend for themselves. There is only so much a wheelbarrow can do. And I know that a wheelbarrow is needed in a construction site, used to carry kokoto to the building site. I don't know what else you use a wheelbarrow for. Today, some people are telling us to stop thinking about the future because the current situation is difficult enough. I'm not convinced that we should postpone these problems. If we stop thinking about the future because of today's problems, be sure we shall never catch up with the future. We must invest in tomorrow today. There is the story of US President Abraham Lincoln, who described himself as a poor man's son. What did he do? Lincoln started a system of universities all over the US so that any poor man's child could go to university and acquire knowledge and skills. When people are down, good leaders don't invest in keeping them down. Good leaders invest in lifting people up. I want to appeal to you to help lift up our people. The decision we make over the next few weeks and the months will with regard to BBI will have a great bearing on whether our children grow up in a land of plenty or land of mere survival. Let us join hands and invest in our children and in their future. We must change the conversation. And that's why we are saying we want to start down where the rubber meets the road. And that is with the county assemblies, with you people. And as already been said by Nyokabi there, the president was very categorical when he was confronted with the MCAs from the Mount Kenya region. And he responded in the only way he could do, because he's also thinking and feeling what you guys are feeling. So if the MPs receive 7 million shillings car grant, why should it be a crime to give the same to MCAs? Why should it be a crime? Because you are the ones who are in daily contact with the electorate, with the daily contact with the people. And I know it because whenever I go to the rural areas, by 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, my home is full with the people. And they come with serious problems. Some of them carry sick people to my home. I ask them, am I a doctor? But you can't chase them away. You see, I say, even if you are a patient, you could just have come and tell me so and so is sick, and I give you some assistance. But you don't have to carry a patient to my home. So I fully understand what you guys meet on a daily basis. You guys go through. But what we want is you people to form a team with us so that we can change this country. This country can and must be transformed. But it must be transformed with forward-thinking leadership. A leadership that is prepared to confront the problem directly with the right solutions, not sloganeering, coming up with slogans which actually have no meaning. Atio mama mboga, atio mtu wa mkokoteni, atio mtu wa wheelbarrow, and so on. No mama mboga wants to sell mboga the rest of her life. No mtu wa mkokoteni wants to push mkokoteni the rest of his life. We push mkokoteni for want of any other thing better to do. So we must create opportunities for mtu wa mkokoteni. That's why we're saying we are creating a fund for this person, which he will be able to access, and that will help him to transform himself. Instead of being an employee, he becomes an employer. And this is what is going to help our youth, so that our youth can be able to access cheap source of capital, interest-free, for 7 years, so that they can be able to develop meaningful enterprises. In my view, if that is not development, I don't know what development is. So BBI